Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Uncalled For. We've got a great show planned for you tonight. We've got a whole bunch of, all across the board, some different garbage to watch tonight. I guess it's the best word for it. So this is going to be a fun one. Let's get started right away and get around the room.
Vishanti, how are you today? We got fake news, you meant, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I'm so excited.
For the fake news?
Yes, always.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think is next to pick?
Karen's.
Well, no, got to pick the next person to go around the room, remember?
Linda Bertelson.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. Everything is doing well.
Awesome.
I'm really looking forward to the fake news.
Yeah, lol.
There we go.
I'm like Trump. You're like Trump, guys.
Oh, geez. And the Lone Wanderer, how are you tonight?
I'm good, but I'm just here to tell you that fake news, uncalled for, and the EiE Network is fake news.
There we
You're
go.
like Trump.
Oh, dear. So
That
how
was a
about
terrible
you? Exactly. So how about you, Mipet? How are you tonight?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Although it is morning for me.
Oh, exactly. Sorry about that.
No, it's good. It's 10:30. I'm usually up by this time, so no. Looking forward to the stupid tonight.
Awesome. And how about you, Cheese? How are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I've already seen some of these videos. I suspect the Gong is going to be doing it overtime today, and I didn't choose most of these. I'm pleased to say most of these were suggestions from the Lone Wanderer.
Uh-oh.
And how about you, Aimee?
So we know who to blame.
Yep, so it's terrible. I won't be back.
This should be fun then. And thank you, Matthew. He asked me how I was, and I'm doing fine. Thank you. Ready for tonight? I'm excited. We've got some fun stuff tonight. Did you want to read the list of videos we have? You want to read these for me?
Yeah.
Nope, it's okay.
Video 1. Top 5 worst Walmart customers. 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Video 2. The Norm Theory short HD 3D. 6 minutes 45 seconds. Video 3. Auto recording from 1965 predicted America in 2021.
Oh, what? Okay, yeah.
3 minutes 40 seconds.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
Video 4. Flat Earth. What causes tides? What causes tides winds? 21 minutes. Maybe gone when bored or it's too much stupid fake news.
That's right. Okay, keep going.
Video 5. The Joe Cell. 23 minutes. Maybe gone when bored or it's too much stupid fake news.
That's right. Okay.
Video 6. Did Jesus monetize his channel? 10 minutes. Video 7. How does a tank turn to stone? 18 minutes.
Oh, those are good ones, huh? That's a whole variety.
Let's go to Walmart.
You want to go? I think he wants to start with Walmart.
That sounds good.
That
Sounds good to me.
Right?
That's right. So let's just dive right in, please. Gee, everybody.
Dive.
Whoa, you talking at the wrong one. You work at Walmart. It says, how may I help you? I don't wait. This is a Marine, and I'm a soldier in the United States Army. We do not appreciate being treated like this.
Excuse me.
No, don't excuse me.
It's not very becoming if you're a
This not becoming. Your manager right there, literally, I don't care. She literally told these ladies, I don't care. Y'all need to go home.
Please leave the store. I will not service you. Please leave
You
the
won't
store.
service me?
No, Fairfax is coming.
Fine, call Fairfax. See if I care. I'm gonna show them this video too of your manager and her behavior and her customer service. Go ahead, call Fairfax County. You see all of this concern over here? Oh wait, nope, sure don't. Bye, Felicia.
Video calls you, so you're saying that you will not.
Okay.
Come on,
You don't have a
I'll get the cops.
Go get the cops.
Call
you
the
don't
cops.
Have a right, you don't have a right to
Public
record
place, I
me.
do, sweetheart.
Take the phone right away.
She's not
I'm
return-
saying take the phone away from my face.
Are you gonna return my item?
Take the phone away from my face.
Are you going to
You don't
return
have any right to record in me.
Don't get loud.
I'm getting right. You don't have any right to record in this.
Don't touch me, dude.
Can you stop
Touch
this?
me.
Can you stop this right now?
Touch me.
Can you stop this right now?
He's
sir?
assaulting
Can
me.
you stop this right now?
He's assaulting me.
Can you stop this right
You
now,
witness
sir?
this? He assaulted me?
You
Call the
don't have
cops.
any right to record in us first.
Call the cops.
Don't listen.
I dare you. I dare you. I dare you.
Listen,
I
stop.
dare you.
Stop.
Do it.
You don't have a right.
So answer
you
the
don't
question.
have any
leave
right
this
to
car.
Don't come near
record
me.
in us.
Don't come near me.
You don't have any right to record in us.
Tell me
Get
what.
the receipt. Get the receipt first.
So you're not gonna return my
Get
product?
the receipt first.
What's your policy?
It's not your business.
It's not my.
It's not your business.
You're going on YouTube.
Yes, it's not your business.
Not my business.
No, it's not. If you know the road, go get the receipt first.
90 days,
Go
you
get
said.
the receipt
I don't need a
first.
receipt.
Go ask your mother to give you a receipt.
So
We're not gonna trouble to return
So you're
that
saying
phone.
I need a receipt?
Yes, you do need a receipt.
Is that your policy?
Yes.
Awesome. So is this my policy? I'm assaulting. I have it on video. You idiot.
I don't want to
You
say-
dip. It's on film. You idiot. You assaulted me. You dummy. You idiot. You're seeing this, right?
Go away.
You all seen
You
this?
should to leave the store. That's not right. Nobody gave you a right to record in us.
You're going on YouTube.
Go away. You
Nate.
think you're gonna scare me and you're going to YouTube?
YouTube. Walmart in Davis, Mass.
Go away.
They will not return it.
Go away.
They will not return your products. They're scumbags. Right there. Right there. YouTube. See? She just dead up lied. Called me a liar. And then said she's not returning our product. You witnessed that, right? Oh, they hate being filmed when they're wrong, dude.
Am I not speaking English to you?
Why is it that every time
Why is it that I can't speak to my mom in Hmong and English? What's wrong with that?
I guess if it's like because it's just kind of like okay, you don't know what. Not that it's any.
So if you come to our house, you need.
Oh, anyone who doesn't know what she was saying Hong isn't, you know, what some of those Vietnamese people will speak a different dialect. Just for context.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
who do you
wow.
want to-
Yeah, it's amazing. These people, yeah, they're not allowed to speak a different language in the store. I mean, I can't tell you how many languages I've heard in the store and don't care because
I know.
this woman just seems to be upset because she's not minding her own business and can't understand what they're saying.
It's paranoia, you know?
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, let's play.
Speak Hmong.
Yeah.
But you don't know how to speak Hmong.
Also, when you
It doesn't matter.
yes,
It doesn't matter.
even when I go to Mexico, I will take a
Speak Spanish.
class.
Speak Spanish to me right
I
now.
do take a
Speak
class.
Spanish to me right now.
Oh my.
Yeah, anyone can do that. That's not speaking Spanish. That's counting.
What's nice
Pinches mueras.
Well, then don't make rude comments like that. Keep it to yourself.
racist comments then.
That's racist. I'm speaking English to you right now. Yes, it is.
Racist? Don't expect somebody to not be yelling.
Don't ask me why I'm not speaking English in the store.
You're making racist comments. Of course I'm going to get offended if you're going to be racist, okay?
We're speaking English right now, so walk away. You understand now.
Do y'all see this taking my stuff out of my cart? Mind you, I've already shown her my receipt.
Just like,
This is their bumper in Walmart. Do not ever stop here. Ever. Look, it is the black with the homemade hairdo. The way this just threw my out of my cart.
What a rude cow.
Okay, so we got 1, 2.
And if I throw these hands and you fall out, what would that count as?
So we got 1.
This ugly, freckle face. Get y'all mama, y'all.
So we got.
Get y'all mama. Elvis, do you have that other receipt?
So we got.
Is that what's in her hand?
So we got 6 items.
She got all 3 of them now?
No, I got 2. You didn't give me the other one.
We already showed her this one,
No,
though.
you didn't.
We
You got
did.
your purse.
Oh, baby, don't look at this ugly mall guy looking top flight security wannabe ass in Walmart.
5, 6, 7, 8,
Yes,
9,
yes.
10.
What is that hanging off the side?
Did she say
What is
Mugwai
it?
looking?
Alicia Keys is going
Four
on
here, baby. 3,
Yeah, I think so.
4, 5.
Wow.
Ooh, baby, get it all. Get it all.
8. So you got
Get
8
it
things
all.
and I got 10 receipts. I got 10 items.
Then maybe you
That's
can't count, Lakeisha. Learn how to count, baby.
So,
Baby, this bitch look like a stack of laundry up here trying to climb. That is quite all right. Then the bitch can't count on top of all that. You doing all of that. Now, baby, let's hope you get a raise or a bonus and get you some human hair. Because you a mess.
Spending so much time
I am a
counting
terrible
items
mess.
to get the actual items against the receipt.
I know.
Go ahead. Add it all
Like,
up.
5, 6, 7.
What do we forget to ring up? Why do I have to steal from Walmart?
no, you got 9 items right here.
I mean, you should go ahead. Walmart.
Oh, but go ahead. We sold something,
You
but you
have
telling
a
us to
good
go
day,
ahead. Oh, baby, get some dental coverage. Where that was?
What?
She look like a yellow Michelin man trying to clown. Oh, she tried it.
Wow.
If you don't mind. So I bought it, and I bought it within the time they set up until January 15th to return it for the full refund. That's what I'm trying to get right now. And she's telling me that I gotta spend $500 to get $500 back. I don't know what the hell she's telling me, but I've never heard about I've never heard that before. And the funny thing is, I bought a used one here, open box, and I spent $1,000 on it.
Okay.
And I returned that one and they gave me back the cash. And there was no problem. They had to call a manager to open their safe or whatever they had to do, and they gave me back the money.
Okay.
And it was a chick that was working here. She was like kind of blonde, white complected with blue eyes.
Fucking town you never violated the crime, and everybody's allowed to be here. God. No, I'm not. I want my cigarette. She is not allowed to talk to me like that. No one is allowed to violate me. She is not allowed to bitch at me. I have rights too. Shut up.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Making that baby cry.
it is a weapon. Yeah, she's crying out. You are never allowed. You are not allowed to talk to anybody like that. She knows about 9/11, everybody. By the way.
I know. I'm embarrassed for you.
Somebody else. You have a degree from NYU. You work at Columbia. You heal emotionally disturbed people. I heal mental health patients.
She is a mental health patient.
I hate Columbia. Because you don't deserve that. You deserve your eat your alive in 10 hours. You die sticking up for the National Registry of Missing Kids and Fantasy Kids being stuck in dens. Your fantasy kids are being stuck in den alley, and that's what I
Well, they are, but still, she's not doing it.
hug them, hug them, hug them. I don't hug them. I teach them how to have a conscience and respect others. And did I call her? Did I call her name? Yes, you did. No, I didn't.
I heard it.
Used a name. I
You
never
called
wanted
her.
this situation. Is she allowed to boss me around already? That's a trash you want your pet to raise your kids. Oh my god.
Alexis from Electronics, Walmart, everyone here sucks. I quit. Love y'all.
Iconic.
Yes, we quit.
Iconic.
That last one was the best. I quit.
That was awesome. That was great.
Walmart, that's how you do it.
I've heard some bad stuff about working at Walmart, no matter where you are, too. I've heard that the company just company wide is just poop. So good for her.
Yeah. Yep.
That's one thing that we don't really experience too much in Australia. You don't go into a shop and have people screaming at you or to you or yeah, America's crazy.
Well, what about the great toilet paper fight in New South Wales? Was it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I just want to congratulate the 5-year-old winner of the big Josh battle for being the ultimate Josh.
Yes.
Oh,
For those of you that don't know, this weekend there was an epic pool noodle fight between like all these different Joshes, and winner takes all. And it was a little kid. So, Supreme Josh, it's been settled.
I didn't know that, but good for Josh.
That's right. That's awesome.
I love the people of Walmart, but there's only so much I can take, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, there's only so much you can take.
Yes.
Oh.
And another place not to work at is any place with an agency liquor store. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah.
No, thank you. I won't do that again. I learned my lesson. Yep.
Speaking of shoplifting, at our local Walmart, they have the briskets with one of those security tags around them, like you see in the electronics section.
Mm-hmm.
Because so many people have been stealing them, they've been putting them down their trousers and walking out the store.
Whoa. Good meat there.
What's that?
Expensive.
I know.
Meeting meat.
Exactly. Where else would you put it?
Where else? Right?
Well, I mean, I've seen the not just young girls, but ladies with prams putting it under their babies,
Mm-hmm.
Using their children. Anyway, what's up next?
We have that is the video 2 was the Norb theory, short HD 3D. That was 6 minutes 45 seconds. So that's the second one, whatever that is. So should we just keep going down the list for now?
Why not?
Exactly.
Sounds good.
Welcome to the quick version of the Norb theory. If you guys find this interesting, I urge you to watch the full version. The link's in the description. So, a lot of controversy. Is it flat? Is it round? Are we spinning? Is there curvature? Here's another theory. It kind of mixes both. Ancient Greek, Norse, and Hindu cosmology all focus on an orb as the universe. And after watching enough flat earth videos and a couple of these, I went down the rabbit hole of the cosmic egg. And after watching Martin's video, shout outs to you, bro, I decided to make a 3D version presentation of the whole thing with my own couple spins. I urge you to watch his videos too. Links will be in the description. So let's walk through how this universe may have started. Step 1. Out of the void, the Holy Trinity gets created. Birth, life, death. Repeat. Step 2. The Holy Trinity creates its womb to protect itself from itself, the void. Then, the Trinity separates into 3. Positive, neutral, and negative. Next step, the cosmic vortex is created. This gives us our oscillations, our weather, our currents, our airflow, etc. Then, our actual Earth, the rock,
Does anyone understand
a 3-level pyramid on both sides.
I just have no words.
We are on the third plane. This gives us our 4 elements of life.
Well, it's a trinity.
Air, earth, water, and fire. Up above, the galaxies and the stars and the firmament are put in place. Next, we have our toroidal fields. These electromagnetic fields protect and separate all the lands. They also oscillate at different speeds, giving us all our rotations of the different planets. Next, the suns and moons are put in place. 3 suns, 3 moons, with Mercury in the middle, acting as both a sun and a moon. And there you have it. Earth, the universe, within a multiverse,
And there you have
within a
it.
masterverse.
Oh my god.
We can't get past lower Earth orbit. That's that first toroidal field to the lands of Mars and Venus. The Antarctic is not the South Pole.
Whatever you say,
The
buddy.
Antarctic is the perimeter around that first toroidal field. When they say they're going to outer space, it doesn't mean up. It doesn't mean to land on stars. You can't do that. It means to go outside the perimeter to outer lands. When they talk about alien life forms or other life forms,
It means coming from these other
He's an
lands.
alien
So who knows
form.
what's beyond those perimeters? That could be the land of the aliens. Maybe we're the aliens. Maybe the outer perimeter
Maybe
has
we're
even
the
more life
aliens,
forms
man.
and resources and inhabitable land.
Somebody were aliens.
Maybe some of us
Hey, I was
already
challenged
get to
to
go
find
there.
weird shit.
One
I
thing's for
can't
sure.
understand what the hell
If
he's
this is
on
true,
about.
I could see why they want to hide it. The resources on these planes
definitely
are
weird
obviously
shit.
limited if this is all designed.
Then I won.
If there really is
You
a
did,
dome
you won.
above us
I don't know what you win, but you
and we're stuck here
A
and we
pie
can
in
prove
the
it,
face.
No.
then the first thing we'll want to do is break out, figure it out. Why is it here? Why are we
What's
here?
funny
Who
about
built this?
all of this, besides the just
Next, the
inherent
religions will probably
lunacy,
all claim they were right.
What?
he keeps showing all these perfectly spinning little planets above us, just going around in circles, but he hasn't demonstrated retrograde motion of any celestial body, which we see with Mercury at least 3 times a year.
I know.
At least.
I know
At
that. And I'm
least.
not even like, all up on science, and I know that.
And the same thing with like Mars, which happens less frequently, but it still happens. It's like, what? I'm that Jackie Chan meme right now where he's just like head exploding. Like, what the?
It's okay. Calm blue ocean.
I don't know. And then we just talk really fast, so you just don't understand what he's saying anyway.
Exactly.
Imagine
It's like
he talking so fast, I missed half of what he said.
Imagine having talent to render 3D models like this and wasting it on total horseshit.
True.
I know.
It
Must
is
be,
cool
we use
pictures.
cast
The
cells.
pictures are definitely cool. I will give him that. The pictures are cool, but they're nonsense. But they're cool looking.
Exactly.
Kudos.
It is Norb.
Yeah.
Norb.
I think he meant to spell like knob and then his finger slipped.
Yeah. I think so.
Yes.
We have some predictions out in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Graham said he's about to mention Operation High Jump or Admiral Byrd, I bet.
Okay, let's see.
Next, chaos, panic. The elite have done a great job at the divide and
Oh God,
conquer
it's not
campaigns
over.
over the last generations.
Nope.
Now it's down to gender wars, identity wars, regional wars, resource wars, and the most important,
What?
the war on your mind, body, soul, spirit, perceptions, indoctrination of who you think you should become and what you should spend your life doing.
Self-awareness.
We're not
in
unified,
this
and that's the
is
last thing they want.
Whacking.
This scares some people.
baffling.
This makes others laugh. They'll continue believing we're spinning on a ball, defying all kinds of logistics. But okay,
Is this
the
that
cool
guy
thing
to be
though
William
is
Shatner?
we're having
Is
a
that what
mass
the pause
awakening.
is before?
All the holy
Does-
books
why
pretty
does
much tell the
he-
same story, just giving all the variables
we, like,
and
sitting
planets and
inside
suns
a
and moons
toroidal
their
field
own
of
names and
McDonald's
actors and
logos?
stories
What the hell?
to go by.
I don't know.
That was
Being in the
already
arts for the last 25 years, well, my whole life really, but professionally for 25 years, I understand one thing's for sure about music, art, feelings, and this world itself, and that's frequencies and oscillations. And we all come from
Oh
a
my-
sine wave, operate in oscillations and cycles, and so does this planet. It breathes, it goes through cycles, it goes through patterns. The suns and moons go through multiple oscillations at the same time. This model also explains lunar and solar eclipses rather easily.
No, it doesn't.
Rainbows, color
Look at the
theory,
way that
etc.
jumping
also
around.
rather
What the
easily.
hell? How does that
The point of
even
this,
work?
if any, don't let it scare you,
Why
even
is
if
it
all of it is
wobbling?
true.
That's
If
ridiculous.
anything, this should help you at least gain some knowledge, become a little more illuminated, and understand your life, your body, your mind, your soul is also a big oscillation machine. And you should be oscillating every single day at your full potential. So that if this next life, previous life, we are our own ancestors thing is true, you can ascend
We
in
are
your next
our own
lifetime to
ancestors.
becoming your own star
heard that.
of stars.
I
I'm my own grandpa.
I had my eyes closed, my ignorance was bliss. But then it died slow as I replaced it with my fist. Now I'd rather know and rise from this abyss. Now that I'm aware that I'm infinite consciousness, I had my eyes closed, ignorance was bliss. Now I'm being followed for spreading these messages. The threats might be hollow, I respond serious. I reject rain and umbrellas still get wet. I had my eyes closed.
Shut up, Meg.
Pause this. I keep going back to what Cheese messaged me and saying that Saturn looks like Captain America's shield. It's being thrown around like woo, 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 like,
Can we get a shut up, Meg?
Shut up, Meg.
Yes.
God.
You know, and it's funny, all of these flat earthers or whatever they are, all these conspiracists, have you noticed they all say the same thing? Wake up, people, do your research. Open your eyes.
Do your research.
Sheeple. Bah. Yep, exactly. It's all
And
the
then
same.
look
all
at
the
what
time.
the result is when you're not a sheeple. Oh my God.
Yeah.
If that's the way you turn out, I really don't want to go there.
No, this is he's like incel 2.0. This is what happens when you sit in the basement.
Yes.
For too long. Yeah.
Yeah. He made all these claims about, this is how this works, but he didn't show any of it. It was just a pretty picture.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can make up whatever horseshit you want as long as there's a pretty picture to go with it.
Yeah. It doesn't mean anything. He didn't prove, there was no evidence, there was no that. It was just him babbling the entire time.
Yep.
About, look at this. This is way it is. It's supposed to be this way. It's like, yeah, okay.
If you say so.
If you say so.
So how is it that, I mean, I know the answer to this already, but just for fun, he's going to cherry pick only a few different ancient cosmological models without mentioning the Greeks at all, who knew the world was fucking round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And the Egyptians, who knew the world was fucking round.
Exactly.
And they were like two of the smartest civilizations we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
But nah.
It's like, nah, I pass, I know more. Yeah.
My brain hurts.
Oh, we don't have to go back to that, do we, now that we've gonged it? Thank God.
No, we're done. We're done with that one.
Okay.
All right.
Should we just go with number 3 next?
Yep, go on read.
Which one is this? The third one?
Yeah, this is an audio recording from 1965, predicted America in 2021.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
Here we go.
If I were the devil. If I were the devil.
Right there.
If I.
Can I just stop you right there? If I were the devil.
Yep.
So we're about to launch into some right-wing fundamentalist evangelical Christianity crap, aren't we? And it's going to talk about like the moral decline of America and how bad, and liberal people are going to be, and how it's going to be wars and earthquakes, and oh my God, the gays and marriage and families and abortion. I just...
Quick, everyone get out your bingo cards. We might get a few hits.
That makes me wonder, there's got to be an evangelical bingo card on
There is.
Evangelical bingo.
I only have like 4 spaces filled so far, but...
Why haven't you shared this with us?
Well, I didn't know you then, so I'll dig it out and share it.
Young evangelical bingo? No, not that one.
There's one bingo card I have, and like in the middle it says if you hear someone having the ringtone of Jesus Take the Wheel.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah, I really need you to share that because we have to.
I'll
We
dig
have
it
to
out.
play.
I will dig it out and I'll share it to you in the
Because I'm
Discord.
finding lots of Christian bingo cards, but none of them are what I'm looking for.
I'll look for it right now.
I see one that it's like dialogues with atheists, and oh my god, it's cringe. Some of these rad people would have a field day with.
Are we ready for some more of this idiot?
Yeah. I want to see where he goes.
It's Paul Harvey. It's.
If I were the Prince of Darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa.
Does he, how should I phrase this? Did he forget that there's an entire book of the Hebrew Bible that's about sex and is extremely graphic about intimate relations? Did he forget that? Because putting up a clip of 50 Shades of Grey and implying that people writing porn is some like new invention. You've been to ancient Rome. Have you been to ancient Greece? My dude, they put porn all over the walls.
Yes, they did.
Poor Cheese, this is his second time around and he said it's making me even more stupid than what I was.
I don't know if I should be proud that my prediction is right or just really disappointed.
Yeah, I'd go with the disappointed.
Yeah.
What's funny is a lot of these evangelical, like right-wing fundy types, they're so about how evil government power is and how evil and corrupting politicians are, and yet they absolutely work to do everything in their power to keep an ironclad grip on government.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Have you seen that meme with the dude sweating because he can't choose between pushing two buttons?
Yeah.
And the two buttons for evangelicals is all government is bad, evil, and corrupting. We must maintain control of the government.
All right, let's keep it going, Cheese.
I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions, just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches...
Here we go again with the take prayer out of schools and everything goes to hell bit. Dude, teen sex rates are not skyrocketing higher than they've ever been.
No.
Get rid of that shit. It's not true. Number 2, I don't want to pray to your God in school. I'm there to learn, not to get religious.
Well, they were taken out because of separation of church and state.
Good.
It's that is the real, that's the whole point. And a lot of the religion that was put into schools wasn't put in our founding anyway.
And even if it was, it's time to get that out of an educational institution. Like, there are more religions than just that one. And
Right.
it's not fair to anybody to pick one of them.
Well, that's the problem.
And it's not like, oh, which one's right? It doesn't matter. That's a school. It's not a church. It's not a temple. It's not a mosque. It's not a monastery.
Right.
You're there to learn, like, mathematics, not a prayer. Get the fuck out of here.
It's your First Amendment right. Just whichever one you want. And if a school is
just
for you, it's wrong.
This whole thing is white evangelicals pissing and moaning and crying and whining about how oppressed they are and how discrimination and woe is me when they're still the dominant cultural force in Western culture.
Yeah, well.
And, it might be time to give another religion a chance because Christians have been ostensibly running the show for like 250 years, and we end up with people laying siege to the Capitol and committing mass shootings. So maybe their bullshit's not working. I mean, we did have a civil war over whether slavery was bad, and it took us a few years to figure that out.
Wodentoad has just said, does he realise people have been complaining about the youth since at least the Greeks?
At least. Religious oppression bingo. Thank you, Lone Wanderer. Okay, hang on. I'm going to download these because we probably already hit a bingo, but just in case, I'm going to download these anyway. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, there we go.
I've dropped that link into the live chat as well, so you guys can have it.
All right. Okay, I'm just seeing like different denominations. I need like evangelical woe is me bingo.
Oh, I'm working on one for you right now.
Evangelical bingo for the next time you're bored at church. Okay.
Yep, I'm working on one right now that has, the evangelical woe is me crap.
Oh my god, some of these are actually hilarious to me. Oh my god, some of these would only be funny if you guys have been like in a church long enough to see how like the hip cool people do it now. Oh man, that's some funny stuff. Religious bingo, maybe there's that one. No, I don't want. No. Not what I was looking for. Evangelical microaggressions? Oh god. Oh no, some of those triggered me just now. Did you pray about it? Oh, here we go.
Continue with this
fundamentalist
stupid,
preacher
shall we?
bingo. All right, let me copy this one in there and see if you guys like that. Okay. All right. Anyway.
Oh, cool. So should we keep it going for a little while longer?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg.
Did you guys know that Catholics aren't the only ones dealing with those accusations? There is a prominent couple of evangelical people that have just been like completely destroyed with records of people like coming out talking about the abuse they suffered as kids.
Not surprised.
I mean, me neither, but they're all like, oh, the Catholics are stupid. Bitch, clean your own closet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to share links because it's extremely like graphic and horrible shit, but yeah. Sweep around your own front door, my dude.
Did you know you have a somebody?
Let's hear more about what the devil's doing.
And the symbol of Christmas, a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who wanted until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And what'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus I could undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing.
Yeah, being Tim Curry, which is a badass.
That was a great film too.
I'm just saying, right?
I think that was one of Tom Cruise's very first.
But I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it was.
Legend.
Your computer.
And it was before he got his teeth fixed, too, when he was, like, super, super young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, kill us with some more cheese.
God, some of these bingo cards, people are savage.
Are you sure you want more?
Do we have a choice?
No.
You really sure? Well, we could just finish. I'm sure the viewers won't mind. We could just wrap up now. I could go to my safe space.
Oh my god! I just opened up the side chat. God.
Let's see. The next one is Flat Earth. What causes tides and winds? So.
Commander 401,
Good.
you're 100% correct. When you're used to privilege, equality seems like oppression. You are absolutely correct.
Should we give this Flat Earth one a go?
Sure. Why not?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry.
Don't be sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
It's the Lone Wanderer's fault.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh, this is too stupid for us to play. How fortuitous.
There's only one that's too stupid for us to play.
No.
Well, first off, it's somebody showing a screenshot of their computer screen.
Oh,
Let me just go
no,
back
we
to
want
the
another guy?
main. Let me just try and fix this quickly. Sorry, I don't know why that's not going to play.
Oh no.
Oh, does that mean we have to miss the end? Boo-hoo.
Oh dear.
See, I killed your
Well.
knight, didn't I, with all this stupid.
Oh, the next one is maybe too much stupid, but should we give that a go?
Why
What causes tides and winds on the
From a
flat
flat
Earth?
earth. From a flat earther.
This could be interesting.
We should be good. Here we go.
Are that they're caused by the moon and the moon's passage around the Earth. The mainstream model says that the moon is pulling on the water and causing the tides. However, we see that the mainstream model fails miserably in describing and creating the phenomenon of the tides. Their explanation is sorely lacking. What we see is that the time cycle of the moon moving and the tides are absolutely not linked. They are not related whatsoever. And so what we see is that the cycle of the moon moving over the Earth has nothing to do with and is not linked whatsoever with the tides. So, it's puzzled man
It's just not the only
for thousands of years
reason.
just what is causing the tides. And I think that with the recent discoveries that have been made and some of the pieces that we've put together here, that we can now come to the conclusion and find the obvious logic in that the tides are made by the in-sucking seas of the North Pole. This is not necessarily the only place that the Earth would intake water to create the tides.
What?
What this
The
is linked to
in-sucking seas.
is the
That's what he
cosmic
said.
breath streams that were discussed in Heaven and Earth. So I'll read from them now.
Breath streams?
On the non-revolution of the Earth around the Sun,
breath
and on the
stream?
existence of
I
a summer
got
and of a
nothing.
winter cosmic breath stream. From Heaven and Earth by Gabrielle Henriette. Copernicus put forward
So
the
you think
hypothesis of
maybe
the
the
revolution
Earth
of
is
the
just-
Earth around the Sun in order to explain the cycle of the seasons.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
This theory is not very satisfactory,
It's breathing
seeing
it
that the
in and
Earth
out.
is supposed to be
There
at
you
its
go.
greatest distance from the Sun in the summer during the hot weather, and at its shortest distance in the winter when the temperature is at its lowest. These unusual
because it's
conditions, which
tilted
clearly
and you
contradict
don't
the
live in
laws
the
of
southern
nature,
hemisphere, you
as
get
regards the effect of
melty.
heat, are, it is
Oh,
said,
God.
due to the angle formed by the rays of the Sun as they fall on the
Current
Earth's
in the northern
surface.
hemisphere, the
It is
other
also
is
stated that the
winter.
opposition of the seasons north and south of the equator is due to a tilt of the Earth, first on one side and then on
'Cause
the
it
other,
is.
which convenently occurs at the right moment. Nothing is said, however, of the shifting of
Yeah,
the
you
waters
know,
of
the
the sea
equinox.
and rivers which this
In this
change in the
movie,
center of
equinox.
gravity and in the position of the Earth would inevitably bring twice a year.
Oh, look at that. The tree
It
got
might also
buried.
be
That's
assumed that
pretty
under
cool.
those conditions, very high constructions
tide
have
there.
swerved from the vertical.
That is quite
The American skyscrapers and the
That's
Eiffel
not-
Tower,
that's
for
a
instance,
tide.
cannot be seen to lean right or
Yeah,
left
big ones
according to the
happen under,
seasons,
like,
although this should be
big
a
bodies of
logical and
water.
natural consequence of the alternate
at the
inclination
bunnies.
attributed to the Earth.
These are the bunnies.
It must reasonably be said that the circumstances which readily explain in the most extraordinary and unlikely way the cause of the seasons are not credible, especially in view of the fact
Why
that
do the flat
Copernicus,
earthers
when he
always
published his
talk
theories on
so
the movement
fast
of the
you can't
Earth in his
understand
treatise on
them?
the revolution of the celestial
And why don't they
spheres
just
in
throw out a bunch of
1543,
bullshit that's not
insisted
true
on their
and
purely
then expect
hypothetical
people to go,
nature.
"Yeah."
He said,
Exactly.
the hypothesis of the movement of the Earth is only one which is useful to explain phenomena, but it should not be considered as an absolute truth. It was never his intention, it seems, that his theory should be taken in earnest by his successors. The motion of the Earth in
hypothesis of the
space can
Earth
be
is to
disproved by a
explain
comparison between the
phenomenon.
supposed
But
speed of the
that's
Earth
not
and that
real.
of the other planets.
Isn't that the
If we
whole
base our
point?
considerations on the principle that a body in motion
I
creates
hope
an
you're
apparent
grateful
speed
for the
equal to
rabbit
its
hole
own
I went down
in
to
bodies it
find this
encounters,
shit.
which is usually demonstrated by the
Oh, it
experiment
must
of a
have been
moving
deep.
vehicle such as a train.
Oh, it was.
It is difficult to judge at first sight whether it's the train or what can be seen outside it which is moving away. But one fact is certain, that the two speeds, one of which is real and the other is apparent, are equal. For this reason, if the Earth were in motion, it would create in the planets and constellations an initial apparent speed equal to its own. Consequently, there can be no speed in the heavens lower than that of the Earth, since it represents a basic speed from which the apparent motions would be derived. But as it can be seen, the displacement of the constellations and of the planets,
No.
with the exception of Mercury and
That would be
Venus,
my guess.
is slower than the supposed speed of the Earth,
Yeah, hard pass.
which under the circumstances stated above is a material impossibility. It should, moreover, be
Yeah, it's
considered that the real
impossible.
speeds of the
Yeah,
planets
yeah,
have to be
yeah.
added to the apparent motions created by the supposed
CGI
movement of the Earth,
effects, though.
with the
Yeah.
result that the planets ought to pass
Must have a
before
good
us like a
computer.
flash of lightning.
And yet
The
they
absence
produce
of these
crap
mathematical circumstances, which surely have no reason to be invisible,
this is a
ought to
tide.
be sufficient to prove that the hypothesis of the revolution of the Earth around the Sun, as put forward
We're
by
just gonna park
Copernicus,
our
has
boats
no
here.
basis in fact and is
Can't
not
wait for the
admissible,
water.
even if such theory could not be replaced by anything more logical, as it is. An entirely different and more rational explanation of the cycle of the seasons, based on a reasoned investigation of existing conditions can, however, be given,
Water
so that it will
raises
no
all
longer be
boats.
necessary to send the Earth traveling into space to this end. The essential feature of the year is its division into two equal periods of 6 months, based first on the predominating length of the days over that of the nights, and vice versa. Conditions which are governed by the varying hours of sunrise and sunset, and secondly, by either high or low height reached by the sun in the heavens at midday. The first cycle, during which the days are longer than the nights and the sun reaches its culminating point of the year, extends from the spring equinox to the autumn equinox, i.e. March 21 to September 22. and the second cycle during which, inversely, the duration of the night exceeds that of the day, and the sun descends to its lowest point of the year, extends from the autumn equinox to the spring equinox, i.e. September 23 to March 20.
Pictures in their
These two 6-month periods are also characterized by an opposition of temperature. During the first cycle, which corresponds to spring and summer, the heat gradually rises and falls, while during the second cycle, which comprises autumn and winter, it is the intensity of the cold which progressively increases
Cheers
and
to
decreases.
Jinshu for calling that it was the Bay
It
of
might be said
Fundy.
that it is low. It might be said that it
Yep,
is
that's
evident that the heat
definitely
of the
the
summer
Bay of
and the
Fundy,
low
yeah.
temperatures of the winter
Those
result
tides
from
are
either the
something
high
else.
or low heat
The boat
reached by the
seemed
sun
to
at
be
midday,
nervous.
and also from the alternate predominating length of the days over the night. Although it might not be absolutely certain that the variations of temperature are entirely due to these particular circumstances. To what reason must be attributed the variations which exist in regard to the sun's daily height and the hours at which it rises and sets, which seem to determine the various temperatures of the year? These regular fluctuations must necessarily have an origin, and it might be remarked that no scientific research or speculation has ever been attempted in this direction. The sun has been compared by the ancients to a chariot drawn by steeds and to a boat manned by rowers, meaning by this that it is not self-propelled. Its movement, therefore, is derived from some external power, and in that case it would appear that the variations in the height of the sun and its hours of rising and setting are due to the passage and to the impulsion of two regular successive currents, or cosmic breath streams of 6 months each, i.e. a warm, increasing and decreasing breath stream prevailing from the spring equinox to the autumn equinox, followed by a cold, increasing and decreasing breath stream from autumn to spring.
I heard rest,
And the conclusion is that the impulse of these two summer and winter cosmic breaths govern the height of the sun,
What is
and that they also have the effect of either advancing or retarding the hours of sunrise and sunset, on which depend the respective lengths of days and nights. So it's interesting to note here that it may not be that the cosmic breath streams are governing the height of the sun, but they may be a function of the height of the sun. It is therefore the arrival and growing intensity of the warm summer breath stream which from March 21 causes the sun to gradually ascend to its culminating point of the year at the June solstice, and the decreasing intensity of the same.
Why has no one seen them? Ever.
Exactly.
It
Show
makes
them.
you wonder.
We have drones. We have helicopters. We can fly.
Fake news.
I don't get
I'm
why
still
it's
waiting
just
on
the
those
same few
pictures of the ice
scenes over
wall.
and over again.
Exactly.
I know.
Oh gosh.
Oh God.
At least they were pretty pictures.
I've just realised that Cheese has actually already sped this one up. So this is how bad it would have been. Oh my God. Oh dear.
Save
Let's
us.
go. Save SOS. Save our sanity.
Yep.
Shall we gong it or shall we keep watching a little bit more?
Oh, I other than the pretty pictures, he's just babbling.
Yeah, he promised
pretty much.
breasts.
Yeah.
He promised breasts, and I don't see any breasts. So yeah, go.
No.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah. So,
Shut up, Megan.
Yeah.
There we go.
Shut up, Meg.
Yeah.
Let's make it official.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Shut up, Meg.
Yeah.
Shut up, Meg.
There we go.
It's official.
It's official. So now we go on to, is it number 5, the Joe cell? Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, this is even worse.
This is worse. Oh, good.
Oh, God.
Joe, look at yourself. Get in there now.
No, Mark buys it. But assertions equals proof.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I read that as insertions, but insertions. Whoops.
Where's your mind?
Always in the gutter. So, shall we go with this next one, Cheesy?
Sure.
No.
No, it won't go. It won't run.
My brain refuses.
I don't want to be here anymore.
92, we bought a V8 Rover from the wreckers. Petrol at that stage was 42 cents a litre. Government always tells you. They said the petrol never ever exceed 42 cents a litre. 1 week later, after we had the car on the road, it had hit 53 and rising quickly. I just went, grabbed this stainless steel from the scrapyards, threw it all together in some weird order. I don't even know why, how, or anything. On a Friday afternoon, which was my son's birthday, the 9th of October, I threw it onto a car. This was on the Rover, this cell. Now, I didn't hook it up to the carburetor, to the intake. I don't even know why I put it where I put it. But it ended up going, hooking up plain straight water through these neutral plates onto heat exchange on the 79 Rover SD 13500, not fuel injected, just carburetor. Disconnected all the fuel lines, all the fuel, everything else. Disconnected them, not left them on, pulled them all off. Hit the key, the damn thing run.
The Joe cell is claimed to function something like this. It starts with the water. Tap water goes into a conditioning tub. A series of magnetic plates with electrical current negatively charge the water over a period of hours.
Does that sound like
This
OK Boomer
negatively
to anyone
charged
else?
water goes into the cell.
Yeah.
To tune it in, electric current is applied for a short period. Inside the cell, stainless tubes which are positioned in strict relation to the golden mean ratio receive an oscillating DC current. By tweaking this combination, a frequency is created that allows the water to break into its two parts easily. The hydrogen is fed directly into the carburetor, replacing the petrol. If it works, the Joe cell is a standalone onboard energy device. It's claimed to get about 100 kilometres per cup.
Well, the whole idea behind hydrogen fuels is basically a version of that, but the fact is that it takes a lot of energy to separate oxygen and hydrogen in order to break up water molecules. You need to put in a lot of energy to break the bonds, so that when you burn hydrogen again, it liberates a lot of energy and becomes water again.
You got the taco there?
We put the cell together and put it on his Rover, and lo and behold, it continued to running after we turned the fuel off. So we looked at each other and said, righto, where's the candid camera? Because it just couldn't be this simple.
Weird how, dudes can build this in a garage, and yet
cell
people
is
who
coming
work on
to
this
you
for a
with the
living
electric
still
pulse and
can't do it.
hydrogen power that will blow your engine away. Get on the frequency groove and plug your caboose into the energy that's loose with the
Why
total
was this
over
in
unity
1995
power.
and it's still not in our cars?
Because conspiracy.
I'd never done a day's science. I don't know anything about hydrogen, oxygen gas as such. Don't know about Bill Brown,
Damn right,
anybody
we can
like that.
understand
Never
that.
knew anything about anything as such. And I do know a hell of a lot about mechanics, pretty good whiz on that. This balloon's going to do one of three things. One is it's going to implode and flame and turn the balloon inside out, and in rushing air is going to take every hair off me or everything else.
Turn
Second
it
thing,
inside
that's if we got the implosive gas straight off. Just for fun, we got these bubbles that trickle over down here. They're on there. That had a yellow flame to it. The balloon fragmented, and we've got a frequency in it which is hydrogen. That's a low negative wave. This is power on. This is dead straight flame water.
I know how to do that. Bit of baking soda and some
Over unity
water.
devices are sometimes called free
by the
energy
way,
devices, and we
this
say
guy
that
is for
is
you because
an
he's from your state.
inappropriate use of language.
Oh,
because
God,
clearly
kill me
the
now.
electric inertia
That was part
comes
of my challenge
from the
example.
gravity field due to fractality is not free.
I
and there's
hate
a
you.
price to be paid. In the case of specifically hydrogen implosion devices,
Nothing like
the
homegrown
inertia in
crazy.
hydrogen
People
was
hate
put
me.
there by the sun, and that there took some work to do that.
If you have that above the water in that cell, she will only suck up any water or splashes to that. Okay? But there's a different thing happens if you put charge to that.
We disconnected all the means of petrol getting into the carburetor. There's no petrol getting the carburetor. There's no return garbage to the tank. That was disconnected. We run it completely.
Sometimes I don't think the guy's impartial.
Purge the bowl of the carburetor with negatively charged water. We actually poured water into the float chamber of the carburetor and cleaned it out. We give it a long time to really clean it out, make sure it wouldn't fire. And then we got the cell connected.
Tell me what happens if you retard the timing. Well, what's the difference between my water and your water?
It's charged.
Go and get your water and stuff on there where you planted the foot, you lost it.
Phil, your best water, mate.
What's lubrication in your foot?
That's what I got, and he said it was wrong.
That works its charge in the opposite damn direction because all the...
You said the positive is on the inside. No, but what I'm saying is this cable is supposed to be up here.
No, that's not what's done.
Little pocket water, huh?
Yeah, it's real. And they're normally set on top dead center, but we took it to not with this. It's going to change the frequency in that block.
Yeah, what the heck's
And it's
in it?
firing, and yet there is... It defies all logic because the water... There's no water, there's no hydrogen, there's no oxygen going in. It is creating another form of energy that can't be explained scientifically as we know science.
Okay, so that's normally occurred 180 degrees and I'll still fire. Put the spark plugs back to the sun and he's still running the car. But it did fire 180. No. I don't want nobody else touching the car.
Alright.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We in neutral?
Yeah.
Joe is very sincere. He's very mechanically intuitive. He's not educated in a formal sense, but he has evolved his mechanical intuitions.
I love that guy's title.
From his perspective, he's assembling what he calls an octahedral magnetic field, which I would call phase conjugate.
What the heck is
so
that?
the opposing conic approaches of magnetic flux lines creates a kind of
sales
conic
people who won't tell you the
center.
price of something until like 8 hours later.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like we haven't even seen the car work, but it's like it works. Works like a dream. Really?
It does. Trust me. It's now dark.
God.
They started in the daylight. It's now dark. It still hasn't started.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Who
How
knows
much
how long
longer
it's
is there
been?
on this cheese?
Oh, too long.
4 days.
4 days, 23 hours.
Oh God.
Oh.
Hell, I say gong that shit.
Yeah.
There's
Shall we vote?
12 minutes.
Shut up.
Oh.
Shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
Do we
That's
really
exactly right.
Do we really
Or
need
the
to see
sacred
12 more
geometry.
minutes of idiot?
Yeah.
Shut up, Meg.
There we
Yes.
go. Yay.
This is a
Okay.
health and safety nightmare, says Cheese.
Yeah. Exactly. The
Oh,
next
gosh.
ones are better. We've got did Jesus monetize his channel? And the second one is how does a tank turn to stone? The first one is 10 minutes. The second one is 18.
We should do 6.
Number 6, you think? Which is the Jesus one? He
Jesus
monetizes
one?
his channel?
Yep, Jesus.
Yeah, you want to do that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, do you think Jesus monetized his channel?
What?
I'm kind of kidding, of course, but
Okay.
how many patrons did patrons? How many patrons did Jesus have? How many
What the fuck is he talking about?
PayPals
Jesus?
did he get?
Is this Jesus like back 2,000 years ago, Jesus? Or is this some
Cheese
dude
and
that's
crackers.
I don't think he had
naming
any
himself
PayPals.
Jesus.
I think he's a carpenter.
Is this just a
Did he
random?
work?
Where is he
stream of
driving?
consciousness? Yeah.
Does
I don't think the
anybody
gospel is monetized, actually.
It looks like.
Oh my God.
I think it's delivered without charge.
Purple says he's betting it's I-90 in Ohio.
There you go. Could be.
I don't think that. I don't think it's a good idea to worry about money or to talk about money, even if you are preaching the gospel of the kingdom of God. If you are trying to spread the truth to people.
Usually.
I don't think you do that with Patreons, and I don't think you need PayPals and exclusive content and
I just want him to fix his
free prizes, giveaways for being a patron.
He didn't buy that on his
on your
insurance. He
Patreon.
buy that part of the policy.
I don't think we're supposed to do that.
Didn't you realize that?
Oh. And the big
I think we're actually, Jesus said, take no money, take no script, take no purse.
Okay. This is
65, that would
He didn't say,
yeah, I-65.
Try to
So yeah, that's North
be
Lake,
supported
Indiana, or what?
by
Area?
your audience so that you don't have to work and that you can just make content or something. I don't think that's what he said.
That's not what you're doing, dude. Okay.
I don't think that's what he did. I think that a lot of people don't understand really the times that we're in.
Trying to figure out where he is.
Where he is.
And I think that takes away from the urgency.
I'm not listening to anything.
Put a solar filter on.
For a lot of these people, they don't think that we're in that time. So they don't. Maybe they don't think that they're preaching the gospel when they preach the truth. You know. So I can't speak for them, but I can speak for myself. And I think that.
No shit.
Well, I know that you'll never hear me ask for money. You'll never hear me talk about financial. That my channel doesn't have that word involved. There is no financial part of my channel. There's no cost to it. There's no expenses even to make videos. Let me be clear with people. I hear a lot of people saying it takes a lot of time and energy to make videos, and it's a lot of resources. That is not true.
Who the hell found this?
Do you know that most of my videos, almost all of my videos that I make,
Not me.
if they're not made like this one right here, that's like straight from my cell phone or my iPhone, then they are made with a free version of.
Could we just stop it a second?
Like 3.
I'm just sorry,
Purple
Keith.
says
I
that's
love what you
Minnesota. He's northbound on 494. That was the Plymouth Water Tower.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Cheese wants to know if Jesus must have struggled with the mobile payments for merch. The Sea of Galilee is a well-known cell phone dead spot.
That's a good one.
So my question is, if it had up a sign for I-65, how is that Minnesota? Because I don't think I-65 goes through Minnesota. Did I not see that correctly? Weird.
That's I don't know about that. I'm in the south. So.
It ends in Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't know. I-65 does. Yeah.
I mean,
goes
it
from
could be
I-10 in Alabama, and then it goes up to Chicago.
Mm-hmm. I've driven almost the entire length of it, actually. That's kind of fun.
Oh, wow.
Boring as fuck. Yeah, like the
That's
two
why
most.
this dude's talking to himself.
Yeah, I mean, the two most boring stretches of I-65 to me are North Alabama and like probably between like Bowling Green and Louisville. There's just ain't shit. That's all I can describe.
Yeah, there's one like that through coming into like Mississippi and going the back way into Louisiana. It's just trees, trees, and more fucking trees. It's like you call the AA, like, where are you? There are trees around me.
Oh, right.
Oh, well, are you north of the big tree?
That's funny. Well, that sounds like Maine from Bangor north to Holton. That's all you see the whole entire way.
Just
for 4
nothing.
hours. Nothing but trees.
yeah.
That's it. For 4 hours.
At least you've got trees. Some of
Exactly.
ours just are straight through the desert. You get
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I mean, that's
Not
the way
even
that,
trees.
like, the American
Yes.
Southwest is. It's just dirt and
Yep.
mountains.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, I've driven all over the place, and holy crap, there are some big stretches of nothing.
I tell you, I was really pissed off when I drove through Texas and Oklahoma, and I didn't even see a tumbleweed.
Fuck Texas, that state's way too big.
So, well, we didn't go through a lot of it. We just went through Dallas to go over to Oklahoma. But we wanted to go that way because we want to go to Buc-ee's.
Oh yeah, I've eaten at many places in Oklahoma, like on my giant road trips, and I have generally positive feelings about it. But Texas, no. No,
we were passing through Texas. That's all we did. Pass through. You know.
Yeah.
It's like lock the doors. Lock the doors.
I'm actually like really excited for the fall because one of my connecting flights goes through Denver, and I've never been to Colorado before. So even though I'm only going to see it from the airport, I'm kind of excited because that airport's like crazy Illuminati Central.
That's cool.
So Cheese, drive up and see me in the airport for a few hours during my layover. I've got till the end of September.
Totally could.
You should. Because I'm just going to be sitting there for like 2.5 hours doing fuck all.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Do you need to hear any more of this idiot, or can we shut up, Meg?
I'm good.
No, I'm all set with this.
Yeah, we can shut him up.
Yeah, he needs to be quiet.
Please
We
tell
can
him
go
to
on
shut
to-
up, Megan.
Shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
Silence thyself, Megan.
Last video we have for today is...
What is it? Yep, click the orange thing, honey.
I can't click the orange.
Yeah, you can. You did it. Scroll up.
I did, lol.
And that last video is...
How does a tank turn to stone?
It doesn't.
18 minutes.
Yeah.
So we have to watch 18 minutes to figure that out.
That's right. You debunked it already.
I was just going to say, I bet you it's not going to take us 15 minutes to beat this dude.
Right.
Oh dear, with a heavy heart, he's video
Hello,
7.
my wonderful friends. Roger Mudfossil University once again talking about molecules and how do they form.
Oh, it's
What
this guy with the
causes this
feather.
Roger.
I believe from World War II, to turn into literally stone. You can see these army guys or wherever they are over there excavating this. Now, the turret apparently
gross. He still has
was
that
at
filthy
ground
gross.
level, and they
He
just
does.
decided to excavate and get the hell out of there, probably.
So they're
And as they
digging
came
a
down,
tank
they
that
thought,
was
holy smokes,
buried.
the thing is turned into stone.
didn't
I
turn
understand this,
stone,
and
it
I will
was
tell you why
buried.
this is, and we're going to go through how molecules form, and this is going to be a shocker.
Oh, he's
I
gonna
can tell you
us
that
how
right now.
molecules form.
Okay, my friends, I am going to explain to you, and it is a
Oh,
very
this is the
simple
dude that can't
process. That tank
work out
was
how not to
buried
just
up
type his
to the turret,
screen.
and
Yeah.
there's just mud you can see everywhere. Well, and it was obviously in a wet condition, and it corroded, literally, the tank and invaded it, and it is changing it, literally, molecularly adhering to the molecules that were originally the tank and changing them, and it's called nucleophilic substitution. Very simple process. Don't freak out about the words. This is a goose head. That is the feathered pattern of the goose's head. And that is the goose. And these are literally the feathers that were on the goose. And if we look at it in a microscope, which I suppose we will, we will see why these are what's called keratins and kerogens and collagens, and they are the web and the fabric of life that creates everything, the skin and interstitium and fascia and organs and tanks. Now, we're going to get down to where we get into the metals, because the metals are what is in your blood. Your blood literally, and I am not kidding you, literally and figuratively is a 100% continuously passing back and forth molecules. That's called transitioning. Give me a couple of electrons, take a couple of electrons, back and forth, back and forth. I give you my carbon dioxide, you give me some oxygen, I give you urine, you give me this, back and forth.
Pause for a second. Okay, so the side chat, they're talking about concretion, not transformation. And Graham Price says, oh, for God's sake, it's an obsolete tank that was buried in concrete to be used as a gun emplacement. Historians chip them out and restore them occasionally.
Jeez.
I think this guy has LSD on his cornflakes on weekdays and fried magic mushrooms on weekends.
Hey, look, I'm not judging, but don't come on YouTube after you've done
it. King Crew's like, nope, magic stone.
Of course it's a magic stone.
Yeah.
Let's throw out big words that don't mean what he said they mean.
I know, right?
All these years and he still hasn't learned how to do basic video presentation. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Never change, Roger.
Exactly. Never, ever change. But at least throw out that freaking feather and get something new in that valley.
Let's set up a GoFundMe to send him a new feather.
Or something that won't get all scraggly like that.
I'll go pluck one out of a magpie. Hang on.
Oh, gosh.
Do we want more of this stupid?
Well, we already debunked it.
No, I'm
the
good.
very tank.
Guess we should.
What about you, chat?
What yucky feather dude is doing?
How does the chat feel about this wonderful piece of whatever it is?
Human excrement.
Yes.
Oh, they're all just gambling.
Oh. Well, if you could take time out of your busy gambling schedule, please.
Yeah.
Well, Jinzu says, shut up, Meg.
Yes, shut up, Megan.
Hashtag shut up, Meg.
I think
yucky feather dude.
I think what I'm hearing is
shut up, Meg.
Yep.
Yes.
Yay! Yeah, because that guy is just and that filthy feather, gross. He needs to toss that.
The goose head. It's just beyond me. It was the rock.
Exactly.
I don't understand. Oh, Godless Scum has got it right. This guy's a fuckwit.
That's about right.
And he'll remain that way, I bet.
About
Yeah,
Yep.
Him and his feather.
Yes. So, what did everybody think of tonight?
Wow, what a shit show. Well, it was my fault, you know.
That's okay. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. Actually, I enjoyed it.
Oh, I can one-uppance that, you know.
I think it was a good variety.
We know, everyone knows who to mug, don't we? Fellow Wanderer, for putting us through this horrible, horrible thing today.
Deal with it. Shut up, Meg.
That's right. Shut up, Meg.
Oh, gosh.
Yes. So how about you, Vishanti? What did you think of tonight so far?
I mean, wow.
Yep. Exactly. How about you, Cheese? How are you faring over there?
I just want to go to bed now. I'm done.
Yeah. Is that bad?
I'm going to be in my happy place for the rest of the night.
Well, that's
I know. I'm trying to find some brain bleach because, oh my gosh, I'm going to be thinking about that disgusting feather the whole night. And I need to get my son up in the morning, and I'm just going to be walking around just doing that weird quiver thing that you get if you get grossed out over something.
Like those boats. The Bay of Fundy.
Just think of the coal boats. Just think of the coal boats.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I just saw a really good meme that I want to read to you guys because I'm gonna start laughing at this. The goal of a woman's life is not to be a wife and mother. It's to dramatically gate crash a christening party swathed in a raven black cloak and cackle. I too have a gift for the princess.
Yes.
I like it. That's awesome. Oh, that was great.
Done them all.
Yeah.
Shall we say goodbye?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming. This was
Thank
so
everybody
much
for
fun.
coming. We got to watch the fake news.
That's
And
right.
shut up.
Sure did.
Oh, some of them, sorry.
That's okay.
You saying we're ending at 9:26 is fake news.
That's right.
Oh, you stop saying fake, start saying real.
Yo. That's Matt's hashtag.
Yes, stop saying fake, start saying
That's right. So thank you everyone in the chat for coming today. We appreciate you all so much, and we hope you had a great time. And I want to thank everyone in this panel for coming on too. Thank you, everybody. We had so much fun.
It was great.
Sure did.
It was. So good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.